this video is going to show you how to get started with the first project for Microsoft Access. Be sure first that you read the information in the assignment. Click on the project. Read the instructions. It says it's very important because you do have multiple instructions on some of them, so read them before you get started. All your projects are a three-step process. First, you download the instructions. Second, you download and save the start file. And third, you upload your file when you have finished following all the instructions. So I'll first download the instructions, and I'm going to open them. It is a Word document. And it opened them on my second screen. I do have two screens here, which if you can find one that's not very much, it is a good idea to have two screens. But you can also print these instructions. It's only 2 pages of instructions. So now that you've seen them, I'm going to move them back over to my second screen. I usually keep them on one screen, and then on the other one I have the database that I'll be working on. So I'm now going to download this database. Going to first open it. Okay, my first instruction tells me to save this, so I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm just going to save mine on my desktop. But you should have some sort of filing system. It's a good idea to create a folder for each of your classes, like Bot 110, Records Management, and then a subfolder within there for each of the chapters, and save all of your work in there. Helpful to organize because you can get things done more efficiently. Okay, this should not have the 2 in there because I had downloaded this before. So yours would look like this. So the only thing you have to change in the file name, and be sure you don't change anything else, is change that 1 to a 2. And it tells me this on the instructions that are on my other screen. And I am going to replace it because I did download it once before. And there's my database. Okay, the first thing it tells me to do is to open the grading info table. So I double click it to open it. And sometimes it wants to be stubborn and wants me to do it with my mouse. There I go. I also need open the customer form. That one's being stubborn too, and it's because my mouse. Okay, there it goes. Make sure that you are in Form View, which it is. And then I also need to open Finding Quiz. Not that one. There we go, Finding Quiz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Find feature to find things in the customer form, and I'm going to answer the questions in the Finding Quiz. You do have to go back and forth, but not as much as you would think because the instructions do have the questions on there. So the first thing it says is to use the Find feature in the customer's form to determine the answer to question number 1, which is how many people or businesses are located in Illinois, the state of Illinois. So search for the state name. I'm going to click in the state field because it works better. And I'm going to open the Find feature. And I'm looking for IL. And spelling is important when you're looking using the find feature, so be sure, and capitalization as well. Okay, so number 2 is the first one. You see the state of IL there, so that's number 1. Find the next one, record 7. If you look at the bottom, you'll see the record number, so that's number 2. And it comes back to number 2, so 2 and 7 are from the state of Illinois, and that's it. Okay, so I would go over here, and I would put my answer in, and there are 2 states, or 2 records that are in the state of Illinois. What is the postal code in which Sterling Investments, Inc. is located? You can use the find feature again, and you don't have to search for the whole field. You could search for any part of the field, which sometimes is faster. So I'm just going to type in Sterling and click Find Next. And let me see what I did wrong. Oh, that was a good example. I was in the city field, or the state field, so I need to be in the filing segment, which is the whole field name. And let me try that again. And there it is, Sterling Investments. And what they wanted to know was the zip code. So what you can do, if your computer will cooperate, you can copy this, and I would use Control-C, and paste it over here in your answer slot. And then go back to customer form, and we'll do one more of those, the find feature to determine the answer to question number 3, which is which record number contains data for Donna SABA. So again, in the filing segment, and I'm going to do Control F to bring up the find feature, or you can also click on the find feature up on your top tools. So Donna SABA. Find next, and what it wants to know is which record number contains her data, and if you look at the bottom, she is record number 7. She's also one of them that was from Illinois. So I click here, and I answer it there with the number 7. Okay, let's do one more because I wanted to give you the example of the next one. So the 4th question is a record with data for a storage company is included in the database. What is the key unit? Okay, so this one you would definitely want to use any part of the field. And I want to look in the current field, but you could also say look in the whole document. So here, I don't know the name of it. All I know is that it's a storage company, so I'm going to assume it has the word storage in it. Click Find Next, and there it is. And the question was, what is the key unit? So the key unit is Thomason. So I go back over here and answer Thomason. End of the, and be sure and spell it right. I did not spell it right, so let me try that again. I have an extra O in there, don't I? There we go. End of this video. Okay, real quickly before I end it, this is almost like a classroom with me standing there making mistakes, but there is one other thing I wanted to do. Of course, you're saving your database. It saves most everything as you go, but you will need to do some saving. You can click the disk to do that as you go. Do it pretty often so you don't lose anything. And when you've finished it, then you will upload it here. So you will click on Upload File or Browse, and you'll find that file and upload it. You'll want to be sure you've closed it first, because it may not let you upload it if you have it open. So you'll want to close it first. And of course I haven't finished, but let me go ahead and do that anyway. So I'm going to go to I don't want to upload that. I want to do the one with the number 2 in it. And I'm going to submit it. and it'll take a few minutes, but once you've done that, you will get a report. You'll be able to get to your report. It says go to the reports page to view your results. Your score may take a few minutes to display. It does check off that it's been scanned for a virus, that it's in the correct format, and the file size is correct. And again, once you've done that, be sure that you do, if there are any errors, that you note those errors, make the corrections, and try it again. End of the video.